fundamentally, you've got to get the advice right up front. I mean, I think it's really, really important to sit down with the people that you trust, people that you can, who can challenge you as much as you can challenge them for advice. And I would certainly spend a lot of time planning your exit. I think sometimes we see people who sell their businesses and it's too late, or they've done it when they're sick, or they've done it when the circumstances of the business are critical, and that's the wrong time to do it. And I think that someone should be constantly planning for the opportunity that maybe this is the chance that they've got to sell. I had the opportunity to sell my business. I sat down initially with Fordham to have this conversation about what would be the good thing about selling, what would be the downside of selling. Having the opportunity to reflect on where the business was going and the maturity of the business, it gave me a chance to reflect on where I wanted to be in the next 10 or 15 years. I was afforded the opportunity to negotiate on good terms, and it enabled me particularly to get on with my life and to look at other future business opportunities that existed. The concern that I probably primarily had was, how to get out. And more importantly, just the mechanics of getting out of the business. Even before we got into the negotiations, Fordham and Peter went through all the tax implications of what the transaction looked like from a legal standpoint, also from a contractual point of view as to what it would mean vis-a-vis my obligations with previous owners in the business, what it might be from a restriction point of view and restriction of trade. So I was acutely aware, even before entering into negotiations, what the outcome of tax implications, etc. was. And I have to say, I was probably a little naive in that regard, and having Fordham on board was great. The way it was conducted was quite confidential, and really the first point of when someone knew about it was when the business had been sold. It's not a bad opportunity sometimes to either appoint someone or have someone run the process for you, because one can get too close to the overall outcome and focusing on the outcome rather than to be objective about the sum of the parts. To be honest, I mean, Fordham would challenge me all the time as to, do you want to do this? Is this the right thing for you? And really painted the picture of what's the best scenario for me and what the worst scenario for the business was, perhaps if I wasn't to do a transaction, and what it would look like in the future. Having Fordham beside me could talk me through some of the issues that may have come up, and gave me a perspective that from their experience could have helped and did help in the overall execution of the contracts and making sure that the exit was timely and it really went fairly seamlessly.